I've reached my childhood dream, and it's not exactly how I've really expected it to be or how I expected it to feel. And now I'm trying to figure out what I really matter most in life, what matters most in life to me. And through this journey of being an entrepreneur, being a restaurateur, or owning something in the food industry and reaching my dream ultimately, now I don't know. I'm at a crossroad. I'm trying to figure out what I want to do. And this is kind of a personal video. I just want to kind of talk myself through the situation, try to help myself figure out where to go from here. And if this helps someone on their journey deciding on what they want to do, I'm really happy about that. So let's see if I can get this off my chest and kind of express how I'm feeling at this time. So, like I mentioned, growing up, I wanted to be a chef. Then I wanted to be a restaurant owner. And then in college, I decided I wanted to own a food truck because I saw there was a lower barrier to entry, less overhead, and less up cost to keep it running, ideally. So fortunately, I was able to save a good amount of money off of not making that much money, just being frugal and being blessed with parents who allowed me to live at home and to just save a bunch of money. During this time, I was also able to pay off my student loans, so not having any debt before I started this business. So, fortunately, in a really good place and reaching my goal of opening up a food truck didn't really take. I was blessed to just be able to do it, and when it came, fighting through the struggle, being a business owner. Um, my outside life was taken care of basically. I had a roof over my head, I had money flowing to the investments, so life is good. So essentially, I have a job that's very flexible. I'm able to get the days off that I want to. Able to have an abundance of time. And having this job, I've learned the term golden handcuffs, and that's exactly what it is. My job, I get paid more every year, got a lot of raises, and I'm able to, pick up hours when I want to. Just a really good gig. I can just work or not work. And with my being frugal, or some might say cheap, with me being able to manage my money and not really have debt over my head and not really need to fight to, feel comfortable living, has put me in a place where I guess I haven't been going balls to the wall for the business because ultimately I have a job that I can fall back on. So that has had a big effect on me as well. And ultimately, during this time of trying to grow this business, but also doing it part time and having a job that is funding my retirement, funding my lifestyle, I've come to the realization that, okay, I love food, it's a passion, I really enjoy it, but doing it as a job is not necessarily the most fun. It's stressful, actually. The financial reward for how much work that I'm putting in isn't at the point where I want it to be, where I can go to my main job, clock in, and make way more money, and be able to invest that money to ultimately get me out the workforce sooner. That seems to be a better use of time for me because I realized what I actually want is to, I guess, have money to live a lifestyle. And I guess I believed that entrepreneurship was the best way to get it. And now I see that I can do it with my 9 to 5 job if I live below my means, if I'm not a big consumer. And ultimately, if I just have a big nest egg right here that could pay me dividends or to take me out of the workforce as soon as possible. So, what I really want out of life is to be able to ski when I want to ski, spend time with my loved ones, give back ultimately. But the biggest goal is to, I guess, not need to work, and that's financial freedom. I love to just have a nest egg under me that I know that I can get out the workforce whenever I want to, and the nest egg can sustain me for years and years down the line. And since I've poured a lot of money into this business, tens of thousands of dollars of my personal money that is, boom, I have not recouped. I haven't done the calculation in a while, but I believe it's over $60,000 of my personal money. It could be creeping up to $100,000 since 2019. I was going to do the calculation before this video, but I decided to just make this video and just talk more about it. But I know that if I put that in the S&P 500, hindsight's 2020, that it would have doubled during this time period. So it could have been $200,000 and I could have been multiple years closer to leaving the workforce. That does weigh on me, but I'm truly am happy that I've bought the food truck, started the business, and created something. I get a lot of good feedback. I essentially have a perfect Google rating. There's two not so good ratings that I don't really count as there, but one of them's talking about a restaurant that's not me. They said shrimp and grits. I don't sell shrimp and grits. They said Bloody Mary. I don't have Bloody Mary. And another review was not about the food at all. It was just about their frustration of me not being open, and they came. I didn't have hours posted at the time, and they showed up and they said, "Oh, there's no hours posted. I came on a Friday and we weren't open." So it wasn't about the food. So I get a lot of good feedback. I have internal surveys. People say the food is delicious. There's also some constructive criticism to help me make the food even better. But I really enjoy, happy that I did have the food truck. And ultimately, I don't really want to get rid of the food truck. I just don't want it to be my main thing or something that's stressing me out. I want it to be more of an asset where I can deploy whenever I want to. And my friend has essentially told me to, just do high yield events, and just, since I have a flexible work schedule, when I see an event that I can go to and make a good amount of money, to do that, and otherwise just focus on hanging out with friends, working at my main job. And that's something I've been thinking about. I ultimately thought maybe, since I do make a decent product, that the word would spread faster, and maybe I can be like one of those barbecue places or those viral spots that, when they're open, they're busy, they make their money, they're profitable. Because some barbecue restaurants are only open like 3 days a week and they sell out and whatnot. But that's not the case. Of course, I could have done more, maybe put more effort into marketing, but I feel like I worked pretty hard on my days off. I was there. I made content. I showed up for a while. I think in 2023, 2022, I basically didn't really have any days off. I would work 3 days a week, prep one day, and then cook another 3 days a week, and essentially have no days off. And I got pretty burnt out. So that's why I took all of 2024 off. But of course, if I went all into this endeavor, been open more consistently, people wouldn't have the Google review saying that I don't know when they're open, and I could have had that customer. And I know there's a lot of things I could have done differently. And if I didn't necessarily have this golden handcuff, this flexible job, is do or die, that I would probably be in a better place that I am right now, or a different place. Like I'm not mad at where I am right now. Financially, life is good. I know that what I have now is going to be over $1 million by the time I retire. But of course, I need money to sustain my lifestyle. So I'm not, I need to work and continue to make money. But I essentially am at coast fire if I just maintain my lifestyle, rent, and the roof over my head. But maybe if I went full time, maybe I would have a couple employees under me right now working the daily operation, and maybe I would have a second food truck or third food truck. But that's not where I am right now. So what I'm trying to figure out now is what to do, and maybe making this video is telling me that I should focus on what matters most to me, which is to be able to enjoy my time with loved ones, go have adventure, travel, and to just put as much money into the market as I can to get that appreciation, the compounding interest, and reach my fire number where I actually do have money that I can actually live off of and not need to work and just do what I want to do. And once I reach that fire number, I might go at it again and operate and just spend more of my time doing the food truck because I do like cooking and I do like sharing my food with others. Or maybe I'll go back into reselling, like, selling couches or getting back into selling clothes. And ultimately, I'm always going to be making content on this channel. But I think that fire number would give me less stress. Um, and say, hey, maybe I'll do what my friend says and to, just do those high yield event. I think I would really enjoy doing that, just keeping this as an asset and making an asset that makes money. But basically, throughout my entrepreneurial journey, I found that what I truly want is money for me to do stuff that I want. And what I want is to hang out with loved ones, to vacation, to ski. And if I have a portfolio that pays me dividends or that I can borrow against at a low interest rate and the growth and the dividends pay off what I borrowed, that could be a nice lifestyle that I will be happy with. So maybe I'm going to put the food truck back into storage and to buy a generator and to use that to go to high yield events. Or maybe I'm going to trade in my trailer for a more mobile food truck that actually drives instead of me having to rent a truck to pull the trailer, and I get stressed out driving and pulling the trailer. But maybe that's what I'm gonna do. We shall see. Comment below anything. This video was for me to kind of figure out what I should do. And, me talking, I feel like maybe I should close this chapter the way that I'm doing it, which is having a stationary food truck that I operate on my days off. And currently, I'm not operating on all my days off because previously, when I was just doing it every week after week, I was getting burnt out between my main job and my side hustle that I was trying to make my main hustle. Maybe I should close that chapter. Um, but yeah, this is my stream of consciousness. Maybe I'll make another one of these. Who knows how long this will be public, but that's where I'm at right now. I know that I'm in a very blessed situation where the roof of my head is covered. My retirement is covered. I don't feel like I'm struggling, even though a lot of money is leaving my hand. This is your boy Nicholas. This is Nick's Dynasty. Peace out, y'all.